vote to approve the organizational meeting agenda for November 13th, 2025. Motion by Mr. Hayes, do I have a second?
Second.
Mrs. Bailey, any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. This time I will take nominations for the chairperson.
Mr. Superintendent, I nominate Big Case.
Okay,
I'll second.
all right. We have a motion made by Ms. Bailey, second by Mr. Morris to elect Mr. Doobie Hayes as the chair of the board. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? All right, motion carries. Mr. Chair, it is your meeting.
Moving right on item C, need a motion to, nominate for vice chair. Have any nominations?
Make motion to nominate everybody as vice chair. I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Ms. Carey? Thank you, Madam Chair. Vice Chair.
Thank you.
Moving on item D, need a motion to establish time, date, and place for regular school board meetings. All in favor, say aye. Any discussion? Motion carried. Next item E, need a motion to select official depository for 25-26 fiscal year, Centennial Bank. Have a motion? Motion, McCuddy, second. Second, Mr. Moore, any discussion?
Mr. Chair. So then, Mr. Keever talked today, and I appreciate him, helping out on this. I talked to Mr. Flowers at the credit union. Well, I know we have talked in the past about possibly, and again, this is y'all's decision, about if we wanted to, make the County Liberty Credit Union our official depository. That's been prohibited by Florida statute. That has now been loosened. So if that's something y'all want to do, obviously, we're not ready to do that tonight. I did talk to Thomas Flowers, did talk to Mr. Gerald Taylor and Superintendent Calhoun. Their board is leaning towards that. I would like to maybe, talk to y'all, maybe at the December meeting, maybe even workshop that, kind of tell you what that looks like. And if y'all want to do that, obviously, if we, make a change tonight, we're in trouble. But you got more, you almost have to phase that in. I talked to Thomas, you have to phase that kind of, change in over some time. And it's quite expansive. So if that's something you want to do, then maybe we can talk about it at the December meeting and then, give me some direction on moving forward with that. But we'll, my recommendation is if y'all are okay, keep what we got until we make a change. But they're looking at probably, if they make a change, start sometime in January, February, start phasing that in over there.
Any more discussion?
Yeah, I'm 100% on board with that. I would like a workshop to discuss it at our next meeting at 5:02. We can discuss what the approach would look like. I am having meeting with Centennial Bank now, and I think it will be a good conversation to discuss how the phase would look like. We're talking about all business, some business that we conduct meeting with the credit union. I think it would be a needed workshop. I think sooner than later would be my preference.
Was it December? I'll skip it.
And then, Ms. Katie, if you don't mind, if you could kind of put something together for us, maybe a look of what our accounts, what our deposit accounts look like, how many we have, what type they are, what a transition would look like. It would be the easiest if we do go in that direction. Like which type of accounts first, second, third, and so forth. And maybe we could discuss some pros and cons of all, some, none, and so forth. If you don't mind, man, I would appreciate that.
And she and I, we've not had an opportunity to talk because I talked to Thomas this afternoon, so we'll so probably just blind after, but, we'll talk and I'll bring her on Thomas's conversation. But it is a process. If that's the direction y'all want me to go, and us to go, we'll absolutely do that.
Yeah, we could look at it district as well as high school. Also, I think that would be a good opportunity time to address that during the workshop. As far as school accounts in the district. What's that?
It will be a big undertaking.
Yeah.
You don't do it, and even Thomas said, you don't do it as a model. Yeah, he said it'd be better to do it in phases where you might bring, maybe, and I'm totally making this up, school accounts. You bring them over for, that might be phase one, phase two payroll. I mean, you got different, different.
Katie, if you don't mind, I'd like to kind of tell us candidly during that time, what you'd recommend if we decide to do that approach to make sure we don't have any problems, say, goes and finances, dollars, burdens. Obviously, this is still on the table, right? It'd be a discussion because we're going to board now if everything passes. Anyway, just something to think about and discuss about now. Thanks, man. Thanks, y'all.
Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed, motion carries. Then all mail, need a motion to determine the fee charge to individual requesting copy of the public record, schedule a meeting, agenda or notice of individual meetings for the 25-26 fiscal year, up to 15 cents per one-sided copy, and no more than an additional 5 cents for each two-sided copy. Have a motion? Ms. Moore, second. Second, Ms. Jackie, any discussion?
The finance, county, y'all don't say you need to adjust from here. This looks fine. Yeah, okay.
All in favor, say aye. Any opposed, motion carries. Item six, any closing comments? If not, we'll move to item 7, need a motion to adjourn. Ms. Moore, second. Second. Ms. Jody, meeting now adjourned. Open a regular bid, school board meeting, Thursday, November 13th, 2025, Weaver County School Board regular meeting, come to order. Next, item number 2, recognition, presentation. Mr. Perry?
Yes. We are very pleased tonight to recognize some students for their academic achievements. I am very proud of our prowess in the academic world and how well our kids perform. But there comes a time when some kids make perfect scores, and that's what we are recognizing tonight. So I'm going to ask the principal of Toller School. We had 2 students down at Toller School who made perfect scores on their on some testing, and we have y'all some certificates. We want to get some pictures with y'all. I'm going to let her talk a little bit about y'all.
So I'm super proud and excited to be able to give these certificates tonight. Like the superintendent said, this is an honor that is not given out very often. And for the whole district, we had 2 students and they both came from Toller. So I am super excited about that. And these 2 are ones that they go above and beyond all the time, wherever we ask them to. So it's not just in academics, it's all the way around. So I'm super proud of these guys. And so our first person is going to be, and this is for the civics EOC assessment, which if you have ever looked at a civics exam or the curriculum, it is quite tough. And knowing all the rulings and the judgments and stuff, or all that you have to know. So for them to make a perfect score is awesome. So our first person is Haley Bryant. So if you want to come up here.
One thing, the commissioner, former commissioner now. So they got a certificate and they got a personal letter from the Commissioner of Education. Of course, he's now the president, I think, at University of West Florida, Manny Diaz. So there's a letter both from.
And then the other person is going to be for civics as well. And that person is Robert Sutton. You all know as Frank.
Yeah. Y'all parents, family, y'all want to get pictures, y'all come on and get them. Okay.
Ready? Congratulations.
We are very proud of our students and how well they perform, and Ms. Brown said it right, we don't have this often. It's very rare that y'all well know, so what are the, so let's give them one last hand, thank you.
Nobody comment on that. Anybody, address the board before we get started? No. Yeah, we can go out. Y'all are, so, y'all pretty good, y'all, you know, like, good.
Hey, y'all, for those that don't be, bye, y'all.
I'm saying,
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Great job. Great job. You both good work.
Do you have any further comments? Anybody?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Congratulations on your election as chair again. Y'all, we're having lunch here tomorrow, and that's one of my things here, so I hope y'all were okay with us leaving tables out. It's easier for everybody to get food in here tomorrow. I know Eric looks like he's ready to eat, so. You're more than welcome. I want to start out by, special thanks to Jeff, our assistant superintendent. His organizational prowess on getting our teacher of the year, employee of the year, that is an extensive process for voting. He handles all that for us. It's very detailed. There's state guidelines and all the things that go with that. But we have the deadlines we have to meet, and I'm proud that we got that put together. And last week we had a wonderful time going to all the schools on awarding winners. I already sent out that email. There's now a district competition for employee of the year, teacher of the year. We will make the employee of the year a little quicker, I think, Friday week, tomorrow week. Because they're on a different timeline than the teacher of the year, so we'll go ahead and make that. And then at December 18th, we'll have our luncheon. We had figured exactly where we want to do that. We usually do it at Fiddler's. We did it here last time, and culinary do it. We'll talk a little bit more about that plan and let you know that we're always love to have you at those events. It's a good event. We'll announce our teacher of the year at that time. Thank you for your support at the legislative delegation meeting last Friday at the courthouse. Thanks, for Jody and Mason, who was able to slip off and come there. I know things in the middle of the day are tough for y'all to get to, but I appreciate you making time. We did one, appropriation request for $120. I want to thank, Ricky Sansom for helping write a narrative. And he and I got together and we talked about some of the needs that we talked about at the last board meeting. So we did $120,000 appropriation request for some window safety retrofits. And then we asked for support for $244,000. This has already been put in historical preservation money through the Department of State. We just need them to support that and make sure that goes through. I looked at last year's numbers. They funded $25 million worth of projects. And this year we're 44 out of 55. We're cumulative right about $20 million. So if they fund what they did last year, we'll be fine. Patrick Bell thinks that they will, and that'd be his push is to cover all of that. After the meeting, we came in here and had our Veterans Day luncheon, and I sat with Jason. We talked about it. He said it was very doable. He didn't see any problem with that. Obviously Patrick will be our big lobby, of course, as well. He's already begun that process. We sent him the appropriation request and the application for the historic money. Speaking of Veterans Day, we had a wonderful program at LCHS, followed by that luncheon here. I want to thank our culinary program. Lynn, Jeannie, Renee, they did a lot of decorative work in here. It looked great. It looked very patriotic, and they just made that really beautiful in here. And I appreciate all of their effort. They always just do above and beyond. Reminder, fall break is not next week, but the week after next, November 24th to 28th. We'll have an early release day on November the 21st on that Friday. PAC is leading some strategies on school marketing with our districts. Y'all have talked a little bit about this, a way to attract some students that we've lost. Jody came in and talked to me. We had a really good discussion about that, and I gave her some of this already. I would like to share some of that as well at the next board meeting. PAC's got, and this is just one, one program or one approach to it, trying to get school districts to look at, most of them don't have marketing programs, but, I think we have to start looking in that direction to see what we got to do to continue to market what we feel like is already a wonderful school system. But obviously, it's a competition now, so we want to be on the cutting edge of that. We want to be reactive. So I'd like to share some of those before the meeting, and then maybe we can talk about it at the next board meeting, along with an update to our strategic plan. I would like to add that part to our strategic plan. So the strategic plan additions, I will, as we talk, I'll make those updates, and then hopefully by January, once we get some things put in there, we can maybe approve the January meeting for the first 2026. Sorry, I keep living in the past. Finance director, Ms. Katie, and finance staff are busy entering the final budget into Skyward. Once that's complete, we'll have some more financial monthly updates. That entering data sheet, I talked about that. I know some of y'all have asked about that. Entering data is a very lengthy process. And so she is well aware that's being done presently, and we'll try to get that done sooner than later. District Thanksgiving lunch, as I mentioned before, will be here tomorrow at 12. Talked to George Roberts. He shared with me he's finishing up great work at track and hopes to begin soon on preparations for the new track. Culpepper or Roberts come in and do some drainage work. They'll actually pitch the track back towards the football field. They'll put some box screens in, it'll have a little bit of a bank to it, not like a NASCAR track or anything. We'll have a little bit of a banking system on there. And then, the people who do the track come in after him. Hard to believe the holidays are already here. Seems like we were just starting school, but we're here. And would love for you next week, if you have some time, some availability and or assistance to help us with our Thanksgiving lunches. Y'all always do a real good job of that. These are the dates and the places and the times. Next Tuesday at the high school, Oxford on Wednesday, and then Toller on Thursday. If you want to just come eat and hang out, you don't have to work, but if you want help in the kitchen, we'll get you a hairnet, gloves, and we'll put you to work. Heritage Day is at Oxford on Friday, which is the half day, Friday tomorrow week. So that's always kind of a tradition at Oxford School. We love for you to come out of that. Lastly, just happy Thanksgiving to you and your families. Hope that y'all have a great Thanksgiving. And I mean, with all my heart, I'm very thankful for you. Appreciate all the fine work that y'all do. School board members. Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Jay. Moving right on, item number 5.
Yes.
The motion to approve to add items 10A and B. Have a motion. Jody, second. Steve, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
No.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item 6. Need a motion to approve agenda for November 13, 2025. Oh, item B. Let's go back to B. Need a motion to approve addition correction to consent item HB. Have a motion.
Motion.
Motion, Ms. Keeler, second.
Second.
Ms. Moore, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
No.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Now, item 6. Need a motion to approve agenda for November 13, 2025. Have a motion.
Motion.
Motion, Mr. Moore, second. Second, Ms. Jody. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
No.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next, item 7. Item 8. Need a motion to approve October 9, 2025 emergency executive session meeting minutes. Have a motion.
Motion.
Motion, Ms. Kimber, second. Second, Ms. Jody. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Next, B. Need a motion to approve October 14, 2025 regular meeting minutes. Have a motion.
Motion.
Motion, Ms. Kimber, second. Second, Ms. Jody. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Next, item 8. Fill out item 8. Need a motion to approve the following October 2025 financial reports and transactions. Have a motion. Motion, Ms. Jody, second.
Second.
Second, Ms. Keeler, any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Moving on, item B, the motion, approve November 2025 personnel consent table with addition to corrections. Motion. Moment, second. Second, Ms. Peter, any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item C, need a motion to approve November 2025 out of field teachers. Have a motion? Motion, Moore, second. Second, Ms. Jody, any discussion? All in favor?
I know, I mentioned this before, we kind of thought about it a little bit differently. Do we have like a time on this? Like a timeline of, hey, this person's gonna finish, we think at this time, this at this time, this at this time. Do we track it in that methodology?
Well, typically what we try to do, and again, some teachers move in the summer, but when we move in the field, we try to get them within the field, or move them out, we try to get them within. Typically we do letters, but, you know, given sometimes, or rather, finding teachers.
About half of these,
We do set aside funds to try and help them as far as testing and other things that they pay for.
you know, about half of these are new teachers.
Yeah.
Who, they've just got in the field, so they get a temporary, usually on they have a bachelor's degree in, and then they kind of go from there. So about half, I'm just looking at the list here, about half of them's that. Some others, are working towards that same certification, you know, whatever they need as well.
Then typically how it works with the temporary certificate, before we even try to get them in the field, we try to get them professional. So sometimes it's just working towards that professional, and once we get that, trying to get.
So the goal is a year and it's a hard push for that goal, but we don't necessarily say, hey, you got Jim that's gonna be, you know, at this date to be
And
finished.
then typically, when we look at teacher placement, we try to put priority in putting teachers in the field.
Yeah.
Too. Some of these teachers are hired after the fact, too. We've had a few hires that are recent.
Yeah, understood. Thank you for that staying on top of it.
Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. And on item D, need a motion to approve November 2025 assembly. Motion. Motion, Ms. Jody, second.
Second.
Ms. Gabriel, any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Moving on, item 9, action item 8, need a motion to approve engagement agreement between Liberty County School District and Leonard J. Dees attorney with, Lumberger, Kerr, and probable PA for legal services representation in regards to the union negotiation. Have a motion. Motion, Mr. Moore, second. Second, Ms. Jody, any discussion?
Yeah, sorry, this should have been a question for, how long have we, been using their services?
Well, since I've been here, but I know it's a while.
Yeah, probably 20 years
Oh, really?
with Leonard, yes.
Yeah, I thought it had been a little while, I was just curious.
All in favor, say aye. Opposed, motion carried. Moving on, item B, need a motion to approve tentative agreement between Liberty County School Board and the Liberty County Education Association. Have a motion? Motion, Ms. Jody, second. Second, Mr. Morris, any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed, motion carried. Item C, need a motion to approve 2026 new enrollment matriculation agreement between Liberty County High School and Tallahassee State College. Have a motion?
Motion.
Mr. Moore, second, Ms. Keever. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item D, need a motion to approve the 26-27 STEM early college program agreement between Chipola College Board of Trustees and the Liberty County School Board. Have a motion?
Motion.
Motion, Ms. Keever, second. Second, Ms. Jody. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item E, need a motion to approve Neil M. Lowry 21st Century Community Learning Center 21st Century Renewable Ability FDOE Project Award Notification. Have a motion?
Motion.
Second, Ms. Keever, second.
Second.
Second, Mr. Moore, any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item L. Need a motion to approve idea for B K-12 entitlement FDOE Project Award Notification. Have a motion? Motion. Ms. Jody, second, Ms. Keever. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Yeah.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item G, need a motion to approve Title I, Part A, improving academic achievement of the disadvantaged, FDOE project award notification. Have a motion?
Motion.
Motion, Mr. Cooper, second. Second, Mr. Moore. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to item H. Need a motion motion to approve designated school board member to the small school district council authority. Term runs from 01/2026 through 01/2027. Have a nomination?
Nominate Jason.
Jason?
I nominate Jason. Oh, he's not? Okay.
Motion? Motion. Second, Mr. Moore. Jason, you the man. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. Good to be here. Emergency item H, need a motion to approve 2025-26 update salary schedule. Have a motion?
Motion.
Motion, Mr. Chair, you have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Keeper. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. Next item B, need a motion to update personal list. Have a motion?
Motion.
Motion, Mr. Moore, second. Second, Ms. Jody, any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. Next item 11, board members' concerns, Mr. Keeper.
Yeah, Superintendent Petty, has there been any other updates in the last couple of weeks pertaining to the health insurance initiative and program? I know that, we were trying to get other districts on board with it and having some success. Have you heard any?
Yeah, so I still been talking to Ted Rouse. One thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna send out a survey before the end of the year to see, kind of gauge. Okay, so this would be the easiest thing. Okay, there's easy and then there's a little bit more potential. People like CHP. It would be easier to put this in place tomorrow if we were not on CHP. Okay,
I also know what you mean.
because CHP is their own little entity in and of themselves, and that we're involved in community pricing with Walcola, Leon, some of the other things. You know, we're not a standalone thing, because we're involved in that group.
That network.
That network, it's because they do community pricing. So we're in there with Lee, City of Tallahassee people, state employees, as far as that's the group. So what they do is when we try to get, premiums, you know, what are we gonna pay? They'll tell you it's the community rate. So it's kind of like we're all in there together, but even though we get different rates, Walcola was much higher this year. They're griping and complaining.
Yeah.
So the easiest thing is if we did standalone something, and I'm totally making this up, and this is an option, is if we went with Blue Cross Blue Shield, something like that. And we would be in our own, you know, it would be us standalone, doing that, and then we push that into this fleet group. You was with us when we met Ted. So I'm gonna send out a survey to see is there, if our surveys come back, people say, don't you get out of CHP, we love CHP, whatever you do, don't change CHP. Well, then that gives Ted some direction on pursuing it, but there's a lot more extra work to get CHP, and right now, I think Walcola is getting out, he said, they were getting out of it, for years they're gonna get out of, possibly get out of. Right. Right, I need, he wants us to know, I need to know how married we are to CHP as a group.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I do. It's something that's been on my mind. Renewals are coming in right for those that renew in January. And a lot of the chatter that I'm hearing amongst agents and information is that they could be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50% increases in renewals, right? So I was interested to know where we stand, because I don't want us to be trapped when, say, I don't want to go or not, but if, say, CHP comes back and says, hey, you know what, you're gonna be a 25% membership, right? So in other words, are we progressing in conversation in this initiative and this change like a cabinet plan? Is it moving expeditiously enough where we don't find ourselves in a bond where we have to front dollars and employees have to front dollars, and there's a 25%. It should happen. Right. So, I appreciate you continuing the conversations, whatever we continue to push that. But I think I understand what you mean. In other words, we would say a United Healthcare or somebody like that, like an Aetna, everybody's comfortable with the network we're in, and we go with this different plan, this format.
You can now change within the year.
That's right. It's easy because people are familiar with the network they have, and there's no movement, and if somebody covered or not that network right, and then there's pain of movement proper. So long and short, I worry about cost hits, not just for the district, but for the employees. And us possibly in the very near future being priced out with legislative initiatives and changes normally. And how that would affect us here in our areas.
Here's the other thing we've got to be careful about. I don't know if y'all be keeping up with the news. You know, part of the government going back to work was, you know, a lot of the Democrats were wanting the subsidies for the Affordable Care. Our board contribution is directly related to what minimum somebody can go to the exchange, which is the ACA, what they get their insurance. If that goes up,
then affordability, what's termed affordability now, and I'm sound like I'm doing an insurance seminar kind of, but it could significantly change if somebody, if it goes up for somebody to go on the exchange and it goes up $500. I don't know what, I mean, it directly affects us. We have to look at what that is and helps determine, you know, because the last
Correct.
couple of years, we've had to inch our board contribution up.
That's
Otherwise, we have to pay the difference if somebody goes to the exchange on
That's
the
exactly right.
governmental exchange. So it's there's some discussions needs to happen in Congress. However, I think that makes our, the possibility of us going self-insured even sweeter.
I think so too, and I think it shows that we're being responsible, being proactive and looking for options where we're not bottlenecked into a rash decision last minute that could really affect our employees. So
Correct.
thank you for keeping that going. I think it's needed for sure.
I just want to say that we have to go out for a bid in April for our health insurance. So we will definitely have to keep moving in the direction of what do we want to do.
Mhm.
The renewal year.
Yes, so just keep that in
Good
mind,
renew though.
ma'am.
Do we have a renewal in there? I thought we did.
Yes.
Honestly, I'm not sure.
thought we
I'm not
did,
sure.
yeah.
This is the renewal
So
year.
it's the.
Yeah, okay. Well,
Put it out.
Bid,
for bid.
sorry, bid year.
we can I thought we could renew up to 3 years.
On the
I
map.
think it's,
Spread the
I don't, I'd have to look. I think
Let's
this,
look at that
I will.
because I think when we worked on that, I've tried to, I know I tried to get some.
I know
renewals
we
in
did,
there.
I know we did it on,
Negotiate it, you know what I'm saying, but
I know we did it on fuel. I can't remember what we did on that.
Yeah, I remember the fuel for
look at
sure.
that, go look at our renewal clause. I mean, I'm just saying, let's just check it
Sure.
out.
Sure.
And also,
I would also say that, I was here way back when everybody wanted to go CHP the first time. But some of that was when you go to like Blue Cross Blue Shield or some of those other carriers, it's paying a deductible and staff doesn't want to do that. They don't want to, like a 25, here you got to pay a $2,500 deductible, meet that deductible. And CHP you don't. So that is really probably going to be the biggest push and why we were pushed to go, I say push, but you know, why everybody wanted CHP. Oh, it's cheaper, it's the cheaper rates. It is, but it does cost. I
Yeah.
mean, our premiums are higher
Yeah.
and the board can only.
Depends
take
on which
so
end
much.
you
So
pay it on.
Depends on
Yeah.
From-
your.
so for
Yeah.
my
Go back, I think the state just needs to say,
I agree. I
Wish
agree.
let's do it, put us in.
state retirement, but not state
Don't
insurance.
make, don't, I told Jason that the other day at the legislative meeting. I walked up, he's like, you know, how's it going? I said, I'm still on the insurance thing. I said, 5 years later, I do not agree with this. He said, I know. I said, you know, why don't y'all fix it? I said, you want to give us a raise, you know, the school teachers a raise, that's a raise. When you're
That's a-
only
and that's a-
paying $30
That's
a
a
month.
group.
I
that's a
not-
huge group.
That's a huge, an established group.
Established group.
And if the state wants to ante up and give money there.
Right.
You've got us as FRS, put us on the state insurance.
Tell y'all they college system is on it, so the first,
They've moved them on it.
They moved them on it.
but this year they're having to pay like $500. I think it's crazy amount. I don't even want to say how much. Nobody got a raise this year because
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but and we might suffer some pains. We might have to suffer through a few, but I'm still gonna go back. If you got us on FRS, then put us on the state insurance. And I will preach it till the cows come home.
Yeah.
So, and the state should ante up the money for it, like they do with every other state employee. It shouldn't be pushed down to the districts. I don't believe that. Okay, I'm stop. That's my,
Agreed.
go ahead. I didn't mean to.
No, I appreciate it. Really, the number one option would be state. I mean, in reality, that'd be the number one option. But I think our second option, if that doesn't happen, is looking at this captive controlled solution with third-party administrators and being able to use a major carrier's network and go from there. So I think something important to review would be when we do go into renewal, do we have the terminology in our contract in renewal? Can we back out off renewal, right? If we're 6 months in and then this program it really bites, can we get out of it mid-renewal if we wanted to? Is it contractually, can we do that? Sometimes you're allowed, sometimes maybe not. So
Termination clauses and in the bid, they're in there. And I think, if I'm not mistaken now,
I think you can.
we put 3 termination clauses and one of them is at will.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
just go
I'll
look
check
at
it
those.
that's a good call. So yeah, that was my other question. So, but no, thank you for that. I think we should continue to push it. So something that, I would like to mention, I am extremely grateful for the work and the effort and the pain that our football coaches and football team have put in this year. I am exceptionally proud of them going from where we were last year, the year before, and really evolving and changing into the program we become this year. It has been something great to see. And I think it's a testament. We talk about education, and absolutely we focus on education. Well, safety, number one, education, right? That's right there with it. But teaching kids to persevere through difficult times, work their way through it. I can't think of any better lesson that you can learn. And I think really the football team learned it this year. I'm proud of them. I'm proud of what they've done. I appreciate the coaches. I appreciate all the sponsors. Thank you. It's Thanksgiving time. Thank you to all of our sponsors. We really couldn't do it without the community and those that sacrifice. And I'm just proud of the team. So that said, tomorrow we're playing in Baker. All right. We're in the playoffs. I think it's exciting. Please come out, share the word, spread the word. I don't do Facebook, but Miss Crystal Vinson, she does handle it for the Booster Club. Like it, share it, say congratulations to the guys, let their parents see it, talk them up. It's been a mentality of the girls winning and doing, which is great. Good job to them, proud of them. I'm happy to see the guys stepping up and coming into a playoff season and starting to win. I'm super, super excited and grateful for them. Come to Baker if you can, share the word. Again, Thanksgiving. Thank you all, every one of you. I know I can be annoying. I know I talk a lot. I know I'm not listening to my talk less thing right here. I'll wrap it up. I'm thankful for y'all. Thank you for putting up with me. Thank you for your hard work, and thank you for all you do. Finally, if there is anything I can personally do for anybody Thanksgiving time, Christmas time, please let me know. It's a big time that, some people don't have things, that we would like to see them have, and some people struggle. And I think it's, up to those that might have things a little bit better to step up. Sometimes we have more in some years, sometimes we don't. So if I can help anyone or any family, really any child, please let me know. Please come to me. I'd absolutely want to know. I think everybody up here on the board would echo that. I hope every single child in this district has a great Thanksgiving and Christmas. So anyway, thank you all. That's it.
Thank you, Mr. Keith. Ms. Jody?
Well, let's go right into that. Love for Liberty. I know this is not school related, but, it's up and running again. Melissa's, she's on board. I've already got a child. Hannah's got a child. Let's, if you haven't heard about it, you're welcome to contact Melissa and ask her if she has any, children. It's a hard time of year, folks. It really is. And seeing these little ones that are not going to get, what our children, our grandchildren, are very, very fortunate to have. So, if you have that in your heart and you pray about it, please reach out to Melissa. Thanksgiving luncheon tomorrow, guys, everybody, I hope you have a wonderful lunch. Unfortunately, I have a meeting at 10 o'clock. I'm gonna try my best to make it back, but I will be bringing banana pudding. in the morning, giving it to Renee. All right. Let's go back to marketing just a minute. I did have a meeting with Kyle. And the follow-up for me was, because I had mentioned, let's just try to have a committee to kind of look to see what's going on, and I don't know if we'd find anything. As I told Kyle, I said 98% of it, I said, is probably that the parents just, they want to pull their kids out, or it might be freedom, or it might be swimming and fishing and hunting. And, I said, there's a lot of that, the freedom part of it. But I definitely wanted to look in. So as Kyle and I discussed that, and I was fine with looking at the marketing plan come up, but I think maybe I still want to look at this, because I am that type person that, if there is something going on, I've always put blame on myself, or put blame on my kids, or bless his heart, put blame on my husband. What did you do? Versus what did they do? He's not innocent. So anyway, I still want us to be thinking about that, because it just, every time I hear another child leaving our school system, or every time I hear a grandmother tell me, I really wish my grandson would go back to school and not be homeschooled. There may be pros and cons on both sides. I'm not saying it's the worst thing in the world. I know we're fighting politics. A governor that is saying public schools, and a governor that is saying parent choice. I get it. That is a parent's choice, and I respect that. But can we do better? Can we see what's going on? If there's anything going on, I still say we probably could.
Well, I echo it. I'd absolutely love to see it.
I don't, but I don't even know if the data's there. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if the data's there. I don't know if it's something we can uncover, or, if we got one nugget out of it. Or if we come back and said, there's nothing there. They had the meetings, they talked, they did everything. Everything was, the parents and our schools did it, that we did everything we could. I think that it would show a good face, that we are trying to figure out what's going on. That's a lot of kids, and he didn't mention this a while ago, but Kyle and I talked about how many kids have actually gone to homeschooling, and it's like 74, right, Kyle? And that
65 PEP, but we got about 130-ish total.
report.
Got 3 coming back this week, but,
Okay, that's a lot.
A lot.
That's a lot.
now,
And for our little schools.
we still hovered around 100. We've always hovered
Before
before PEP. PEP's just made it
Yes,
more accessible.
right. And I understand that. But anyway, I'll get off of that. The other thing that I've asked for, and Kyle alluded to this in his superintendent's report, is, am going to be requesting more budget reports, and at least a monthly, and then possibly a quarterly follow-up with our CFO to kind of go over where we are with the budget, make sure we're on target. And I want to see the numbers. I did get a report, and I'm talking now to the board members. I did get a report from Jackson County. I'm thinking they pulled it from Skyward.
They did. I shared it.
Okay, it's a budget versus actual. So what it is it's by category, I think, or by, correct me if I'm wrong, Katie.
Your line.
It's
The account strip by fund,
Okay.
by object, which is
Right.
similar to what I gave you last year.
right. So this is
Mine was summarized where that was very detailed.
yes, this is actually a detailed report showing what we budgeted out, what we've spent. So it looked pretty simple to me, and especially if it's a report, she can hit a button and run, hey, that's even better. Instead of having to summarize anything, we can summarize it and throw it in a spreadsheet if you wanted to. But, I think that's important. I think we should be getting monthly, or at least monthly by our meetings. That's our job. And so I really want to stress that. I think Katie's done a great job. I just think we need to get back on track of getting monthly reports and possibly quarterly workshops to sit down and have a one-on-one with Katie. I see her in the meetings. I see her in some other meetings, but, quarterly workshop with the board members, and her get some FaceTime with us and tell us her concerns in our face, So that's where I have requested. I wanted to let y'all know it. I don't know how y'all feel about that. Or if y'all feel like you're getting enough information or, I don't know how you feel about it, but y'all welcome to talk about it. We need to talk right now, cause
I would like to see a monthly and, being really where Katie sits. Maybe not necessarily in the school district. I understand there's like resource limitations. So if there's anything that we need to help her with pertaining to technical person, whatever resources, I'm on board with making sure that she can continue to operate daily like she needs to, while realizing it takes maybe a little more time for this. I thought a lot, and I don't mean to take your time. I thought a lot. Has anybody watched a lot of college football here lately? Has anybody seen penalties, how they review penalties? Like you get to see the box where the officials are talking it out, and you get to see the screens. And you,
ACC only,
what's that?
ACC only.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't realize that. I just guess watch a lot of ACC games, but I think it's a great thing to see what's happening. And I think in general, if the public kind of sees what's happening, it would make them feel better. I think that they just aren't privy or don't see, and when they see us doing this, and and it's more. I'm not saying it's not open. I say resources are limited, and things are businesses conducted in a certain way, maybe because it has been for a while or limitation of resources or whatever it may be. I think it's a great idea to be more open and more visible, just like play reviews are with ACC. I mean, it kind of makes you feel a little bit better about a call and why something happened and where we're going. And I think in the general public, when you're taking taxpayer dollars from people, we want to show them that we care, that we're watching, that we're paying attention, that we are interested in these things. I mean, obviously this is going to be televised, we'll say, but people are going to get to watch this meeting. But when they hear about it and they know about it and they see about it, there's no denying, right, that certain things are happening. I mean, I'm sure somebody can deny, but you see what I mean. So Katie, whatever, I'm on board as District 1 board member, 1 of 5. What you need, let us know, let me know. Obviously, Kyle is your superior, you report to him, but if there's something on a resource budget, whatever side that we need to do, I'm 100% on board with doing whatever we need to make this thing become a reality as far as monthly reporting, pertaining to finances. And I appreciate all you're doing. I appreciate everything everybody's doing, but thank you for that.
Go ahead, Jody.
okay, I'm good.
Good.
Mr. Chair.
Thank you, ma'am. I'd like to thank each and everybody for the job well done. Y'all do every day. Appreciate you. I especially appreciate our school board superintendent. Thank y'all for the job y'all do and that we do. Wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Hope we see most of you tomorrow for dinner. Thank you. John, Mr. Booth.
Well, one thing, I know we're having all the dinners coming up, and if I missed out on it, I'm sorry. I know every year, we're always hit up for a turkey or something for Toller.
Heard about it.
Now, are we still gonna do that for the Thanksgiving dinners for the school board? I mean, nobody said anything to me, but I got the turkey ready.
Nobody's asked me for any turkeys, so I'm gonna say
Well,
no.
it used to be
Yeah,
your wife hitting us up.
yeah.
So I don't know, is that gonna be a go? I mean, I'm willing to.
I'll touch base with Stacy, but she's not reached out to us, and I don't know exactly what we.
Well, I mean, it's right here upon us, and we've done
Right.
it every year since I've been a school board member. And, going back to what Jody was saying and, Mason, Katie, does that look like it's gonna put an extreme amount of work on you to do that monthly? I mean, just honestly,
Not monthly. I just gotta get it built in there. That's time.
but I mean, it's something that can work in. And
Yeah.
like Mason said,
We'll get it.
I don't want to overwhelm Kyle. I don't want to overwhelm you or Jeff. Don't want to put any more work on anybody that's unwarranted, but if it's something that's needed, and if you, like Mason said, if you need extra, Kyle, you have my support, and Kate, you have my support.
She and I have talked about this, and I told her, I said, look, I can do some data entry. I can even help, lean on me. Hey, look, I play piano. I can enter those numbers.
Tank home.
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
She knows what, and it is a Scour document.
And Katie, I done data entry for years. If you need me to come up here and do data entry, I done it for Stacy. I sat in there for hours and put numbers in for her. You need me to volunteer? Call me up here and say, Jody, put this in this computer. I'll come up here. I love to sit. I don't talk. I just sit right there.
Don't talk.
So seriously,
Katie.
I will help you. Yeah, and I'm available most of the time. So just call me. Say, come up here and help me. Spend 3 hours up here, whatever, 4 hours. You just call me up here on Saturday. As long as I ain't hunting in the morning, hunting in the evening, I'm
there you go.
successful.
That's cute.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not good at that person.
Hey,
I'll sit there and talk to you while you do it, but,
yeah.
Not okay. Thank God.
you going hunting every day,
I am hunting.
fishing and everything else.
Man.
But anyway, if y'all let us know about if we need to get a turkey or donation or
do.
support. Thanksgiving too, just remember, love the ones you with and love the ones you fit to come into contact
Yeah.
with. We've had some recent events that happened here. We lost a young man just the other night and terrible. We got to pray for their family, give their blessings as well. Anybody's got any extra food, give it to somebody that needs it. Just like Mason was saying earlier, help them out. Somebody, every year there's someone in my house Thanksgiving. They weren't there the year before, but they don't have somewhere to go and they're coming to my house.
Right.
Sure.
We're gonna make sure. So it's time of Thanksgiving. You ought to do this all year long, every day part of your life. It ought not take special occasion to make you feel that way, but, I want everybody to have a good blessing. Hope you have family, hope all your friends and everything. Everybody has a great time and enjoy your grandkids as well. Great grandkids, all that. Appreciate all you do. Appreciate what you will do. That's what I got. Thank y'all.
Any closing comments? Not move on to 13, motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Motion, Ms. Jody, second.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Kevin. Meeting now adjourned. Thank y'all.
So Katie, between the hours of 12 and 12:30, she'll enter that